Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Yasir Gulfraz and I'm your tutor for business operations. Today's topic is be able to measure business external environment. So let's get started. Before I start, I will just refresh our previous topic. In the previous lecture, we discussed the critical topic of measuring a business external environment, which is essential for understanding the factors that influence a company operations and success. We focused on learning, outcome 3 and explore various key aspects. We discussed the importance of examining the internal factors, functions, stakeholders, and organizational culture that significantly impact business operations. We also discussed establishing business capabilities. We discussed about supporting strategic intent. We talk about planning for the event future. Also, we discussed SWOT and TOS analysis, where we discussed, SWOT strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And also, we discussed TOS analysis, TOS that assist business in the evaluating their internal environment. So today's lecture is about business external environment. Now in this lecture we will explore the concept of the business environment, which encompasses the factors that influence a business, including both internal and external elements. Understanding the business environment in vital for strategic decision making and long-term success. If anyone is there, can you guys see my screen and can you hear my voice? If there is any issue, please do let me know. So indicative content, external factors, drivers, stakeholders, local and international cultures, establishing market position, recognition opportunities, preparing for change, pastel analysis, political, economic, social, legal, and environmental. So basically, analyzing the macro environmental using pastel. Here we will discuss the macro environment of a business and learn about a valuable tool called pastel analysis. The macro equipment environment consists of factors that are beyond a company's direct control, but can significantly impact its operations and success. So what is the macro environment? Macro environments include elements that are generally beyond business control and are characteristics of the broader world. So the key elements of the macro environment or pastel analysis are, the political, economic, social, large, and environmental. So political, changes in government, taxation, regulations, and international trade agreements. Then we will come to the economic factors, economic growth, inflation, exchange rates, consumer spending, and labor costs. Then we talk about social factors, which includes cultural trends, lifestyle changes, and consumer preferences. Then we come to the technological factors, advances in technology and their impact on industries and businesses. Next one is environmental factors, corporate social responsibilities, ethical practices, and sustainability concerns. So in legal factors, changes in legislations such as health and safety, employment and data protection laws. Any question if anyone is there? Yes, so basically, PESTEL is a strategic tool used to assess and understand the macro environment. So it helps businesses identify potential opportunities and threats that may arise from external factors. So key terminology, any comments if anyone is there about key terminology? What are the business environment? Any comments? Anyone? Okay. Okay, so business environment, basically a business environment encompasses all the components that influence a business. It includes both internal factors such as employees and resources and external factors like customers and markets. So these factors collectively shape a company's working environment and can significantly impact its operations. Example of components in a business environment includes values, cultures, competitions, market agreement, market segmentations, demographics, business cycle, and economic security. What is business external environment? So external environment is the factor outside a business that can affect its operation by influencing its activities and choices and determines its opportunities and risks. So basically, external environment of a business refers to factors outside the business that can affect its operation, performance, and profitability. These external factors influence the activities and decisions of the business, determining the opportunities and risk it faces. Any question, if anyone is there, about external environment, business external environment? Okay, so next one is what is the business internal environment? So when we talk about internal environment of a business consists of factors or forces that have a more direct impact on the company's daily operations. Key components of the internal environment, including customers, suppliers, competitors, shareholders, financial institutions, and employees. Any questions, if anyone is there? Okay, to understand or for a more explanation, you can watch this video. If you you can use this link as well. So explain what is meant by the term external environment of a business. Anyone, if anyone is there, any comments on this? Okay, so the external environment of a business pertains to all the factors beyond the organization's boundaries that can impact its operation, performance, and profitability. So this environment can classify it into two categories, macro and micro factors. So here is talking about, macro and micro factors. So macro factors, these encompass elements such as political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors. Macro factors are broad in scope and can significantly influence the business. They are often beyond the direct control of the company. So next one is micro factors. The micro factors include components like customers, suppliers, competitors, and regulators. Micro factors have a more immediate and specific influence on the business and are generally within the company's sphere of interaction. The external environment is dynamic and constantly changing, making it important for business to stay aware of these factors and adapt to them in remain competitive and successful. Any questions or any concerns? Any comments? Okay, so external environment of business is shaped by the world at large. So to succeed, a business must confront, adopt, to take advantage of, and defend itself against the events and trends occurring in the global landscape. Strategic analysis have identified several general categories of activities and groups, so that managers should examine and understand to make gathering and interpreting information about the external environment more manageable. So the micro environment is indicated in blue. So this is macro environment examples. So basically, what is it? So a firm's macro environment contains elements that can impact the firm but are generally beyond its direct control. So these elements are characteristics of the world at large and are factors that all businesses must contend with, regardless of the industry they are in, type of business they are. Strategic study the macro environment to learn about facts and trends that may present opportunities or threats to their firms. Various tools to analyze the external environment include PESTEL. So various tools are valuable to analyze the external environment, including PESTEL analysis. So these tools aid in systematically assessing and understanding the various factors that shape the business external environment. PESTEL. So PESTEL is a tool that remains managers to look at several distinct categories in the macro environment. As I already said, PESTEL is a valuable tool that serves as a reminder for managers to consider multiple distinct categories within the macro environment when analyzing the external factors that affect their businesses. Any question or any comments, if anyone is there? So we already discussed, PESTEL, political factors, economic factors, social, cultural factors, technological factors, environmental factors, legal factors. So in political factors, tax rates, tariffs, trade agreement, labor and environmental regulations. In economic factors, employment level, internet, interest rate, exchange rates. Social cultural factors, demographic trends, consumer preference, market diversity. Technological factors, the internet, smartphones, connectivity, automations, and environmental factors, resources, recycling, scarcity, alternative energy sources. So legal factors, contracts, laws, intellectual property rights, or other legal implications. Any questions or any comments? Okay, so pastel analysis by PepsiCo. PepsiCo, or most of people known as Pepsi. So PepsiCo, the world's second largest drink company, a beverage company, commands a substantial 37% shares of the global beverage market. To maintain their market position, they must comprehensively understand the unique pastel political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal situation in each country they operate in. So political factors, given that Pepsi is a non-alcoholic drink, it falls under the regulation of the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So this necessitates strict adherence to FDA standards. Furthermore, different market globally may have varying regulations, some more lenient. So while others are stringent, the competitive pricing offered by Pepsi rivals is another aspect that Pepsi must continuously monitor. Political scenarios, including civil unrest or inflation, can significantly impact sales. Moreover, managing cross-border situations requires adapting to diverse policies and changes. Next one is economic factors. The recent economic downturn had a profound impact on companies across industries, compelling them to make significant changes in their sales and marketing strategies. With declining profits, many businesses had to resort to internal downsizing and rethink their market penetration approaches. It is essential to note that economic conditions exert the most significant influence on any business, regardless of its industry. So, interestingly, during the economic downturn that began in, everybody knows 2008 recession. So that began in 2008. Pepsi experienced increased sale of its beverages. This trend emerged as people, faced job losses and began spending more time with friends and family, either at home or out, so resulting in higher consumption of Pepsi products. Understanding and carefully analyzing these political and economic factors along with other pastel components, it is important for PepsiCo to make informed decisions, adopt to changes in different markets, and maintain its competitive edge in the global beverage industry. Next one is social factors. Any comments or any comments about social factors or any questions? Okay, so social factors greatly impact Pepsi as it is non-alcoholic beverage, so it has to remain in line with the strict and stark differences of culture the world over. Social influence has a profound impact on Pepsi business. As a non-alcoholic beverage, Pepsi must navigate the significant cultural differences that exist around the world. To connect with a global audience, Pepsi needs to convey its image as a brand that units unites that unites people worldwide. So these social implications are often uh, evident in market campaigns. So for instance, various countries celebrate different religious festival, and Pepsi must align its marketing strategies with these events to better understand the mindset of their target market and seize opportunities. Any questions or any comments if anyone is there? Okay, so next one is technological factors. In the with the advent of the new age in technology, companies have completely integrated themselves with all the recent changes that have taken places. Can you see my screen or can you hear me if anyone is there? Okay, so basically in the era of rapid technological advancements, companies must embrace and adopt to the latest changes. One prominent trend that businesses are increasingly adopting is social media. So explosion of social media platform enables real-time interaction with consumers and provides immediate feedbacks. Pepsi must remain at the forefront of technological developments and understand how today's youth leverage technology for their benefits. This knowledge is essential for maintaining and enhancing brand recall and engagement. Any question or any comments? So next one is legal factors. There can be many legal implications upon the beverage industry. I would cite one very famous incident took place in India where Pepsi was accused of using contaminated water. Given a lab test that was done upon the water flowing into the Pepsi factory that was located nearby an industrial estate, a massive recall was issued for the products from shelves, and then the product was tested, costing the company many billions of dollars upon the test, as India is a very major market. So legal implication can significantly impact the cold drinks industry. One well-known incident, he just referring in India where Pepsi was accused of using contaminated water. So lab tests were conducted on the water source near a Pepsi factory located in an industry state. So this situation resulted in a massive product recall from store shelves, followed by extensive testing. So the legal proceeding and product recall incurred substantial cost given that India is a major market for Pepsi. Environmental factors, these factors can affect Pepsi but not immensely alter its trade and profit generation, as these factors affect agribusiness much more directly. So while environmental factors can affect Pepsi to some extent, they do not have a transformative impact on its trade and profit generations. So these factors often have a more direct influence on agribusinesses and industries closely linked to agriculture and natural resources. Analyzing and addressing these various pestle factors is integral for PepsiCo to adopt and prosper in different markets worldwide, maintain cultural sensitivity, and ensures compliance with the varying legal standards and regulations. Additionally, staying technologically updated and mindful of social and environmental considerations are essential components of Pepsi business strategy. Any questions or any comments? Just give me a second if anyone is there. Just coming back in a minute. All right. So can you see my screen or can you hear me? If anyone is there? Okay. So next one is explain why it's important to Mayer's business external environment. So any comments on this if anyone is there? Right. So external environmental factors are important because they can cause direct and indirect effects on business operation. Sorry. Personal and revenue. So the external environment of a company changes constantly in ways beyond the company's control, but executives and managers can track these changes and minimize their consequences. So by measuring a business external environment is important because it helps the organization to identify opportunities and threats that exist outside the organizations. By analyzing the external environment, a business can gain a better understanding of the market, competition, economic trends, political and legal factors, and other external forces that could impact its operations. So this information can then be used to develop strategies and tactics to help the business adapt to changes in the external environment and remain competitive. So there are, he is talking about some direct and indirect effects. So external environment factors have the potential to cause both direct and indirect effects on a business, its operations, personnel, and revenue. So these factors constantly changes in what's beyond a company's control. Executive and manager need to monitor these changes and take measures to minimize their consequences. Then identifying opportunities and threats, analyzing the external environment enables an organizations to identify both opportunities and threats that exist outside the company. This understanding is vital for strategies decision making. Then market understanding and analyze of the external environment provide a better understanding of the market competition, economic trends, political and legal factors, and other external forces that could impact business operations. Then we can say consumer needs and technological advancement, measuring the external environment, help businesses anticipate and respond to changes in consumer needs and preferences, as well as technological, advancement. These external factors can significantly impact a business ability to succeed in the market. The next one is evaluating of threats and opportunities. The primary purpose of understanding and analyzing the firm's external environment is to evaluate the threats and opportunities in the industry. So these threats and opportunities are important for assessing the potential for growth, profitability, and volatility. So within the business, so effective analysis play a very important role in achieving sustainable growth in any industry. Any questions or any comments if anyone is there? So additionally, measuring the external environmental aid aids businesses in proactively anticipating and responding to shift in consumer needs and preference technological. So the external environment is defined as a merger of all factors coming from the outside of a firm, and it tends to impact the performance. The primary reason for the understanding and analyzing of the firm external environment is to evaluate the threats and opportunities in the industry. These threats and opportunities are determined to have growth, profitability, and volatility. So in a business, thus it can be said that analysis play a crucial role to have effective growth in an industry. So the external environment is a confluence of all factors or originated from outside the firm, and it exerts a substantial impact on the company's performance. So the core objective of understanding and analyzing the external environment is to evaluate the threats and opportunities within the industries. These insights are fundamental in assessing the potential for growth, profitability, and stability within the business, underscoring the critical role of analyzing in achieving effect growth in the industry. Any questions, any comments if anyone is there? Okay, so apply a techniques, quantify a business external environment. To quantify a business external environment, various techniques can be employed. One widely used method is the PESTEL analysis. So PESTEL stand for political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. So these factors are analyzed to understand the external environment of a business and how it may impact the business operations. Each factor is analyzed in details to understand its impact on the business. For example, changes in government policies can impact the taxes and tariffs of a business, while advancement in technology can impact the competitive of the business, which is a technological effect. So the PESTEL analysis is a useful tool for understanding the external environment of a business and identify potential risks and opportunities. So each factor within PESTEL is scrutinized in detail to gauge its influence on the business. For instance, changes in government policies may affect business taxes and tariffs, while technological advancement can impact its competitiveness. So the PESTEL analysis is a valuable tool for comprehending the external environment of a business, enabling organizations to identify potential risk and opportunities and make informed strategic decisions. Any question if anyone is there? Any comments or any question? Okay, so pastoral analysis factors. So factor political, government policies, regulations, and stability impact on business. So this factor encompasses, determines the ease of doing business, impacts taxes and tariffs. So this factor encompasses government policies, regulations, and stability. It determines the ease of doing business and impact taxes and tariffs. Next one is economic growth, inflation, interest rates, and exchange rates. Impact on business determines the demand for goods, services, impact pricing strategy, and supply chain. So economic factors include economic growth, inflation, interest rates, and exchange rates. These factors determine the demand for goods and services, impact pricing strategies, and influence the supply chain. Next one is social factors. So social factors, cultural trends, demographic changes, and consumer behavior determines consumer demand and preferences, impacts marketing strategy. Social factors involves, cultural trends, demographic changes, and consumer behavior. They play a critical role in determining consumer demand and preferences, thereby impacting a business marketing strategy. Next one is technological advancement and innovations in technology. So determines the competitiveness of a business, impact operations and product developments. So technological factors represent advancement and innovations in technology. They determine the competitiveness of the business, influence operations, and drive product development. Then legal factors, descriptions, laws, and regulations related to the industry determines the legality of the business, operations, impact, compliances. So legal factors pertains to laws and regulations related to the industry. They determine the legality of business, operations, and impact, compliances. Next one is environmental factors, descriptions, environmental factors such as climate change and sustainability, and impact on business, the impact of the business on the environment, impact the reputation of the business. So environmental factors encompasses issues such as climate change and sustainability. They determine the impact of the business on the environment and influence the reputation of the business. Any questions or any comments if anyone is there? Okay, so assess business external environment. So assessing business external environments involves a comprehensive analysis of the external factors that have the potential to impact the organization. So this analysis is often conducted using a SWOT analysis. We also discussed previously, which evaluate the internal strengths and weaknesses as well as external opportunities and threats. So to assess the external environment, various tools and techniques can be employed, including, pastoral analysis, 5-force analysis, industry analysis, competitor analysis. So pastoral analysis, as you know, this tool examines political, economic, cultural, technological, environmental, and legal factors that could affect the business. So the goal is to identify both opportunities and threats that the business might encounter. Then five forces analysis. This approach focuses on the competitive forces within the industry. So that could affect the business. These forces uh, include the threat of new entrants, the bargaining power of suppliers and buyers, the threat of substitute products, and the intensity of rivalry among existing competitors. Then industry analysis. This analysis looks at the key trends and factors that are specific to the industry in which the business operates. So these factors could include changes in consumer behaviors, new technologies, and government regulations. So basically, this type of analysis centers on the key trends and industry specific factors. It takes into account changes in consumer behavior, emerging technologies, and government regulations that could influence the business. Then competitor analysis. This analysis looks at the strengths and weaknesses of the business competitors, as well as the strategies they are using to gain a competitive advantage. So this analysis can help the business identify areas where it can improve its own competitive position. So competitor analysis scrutinize the strengths and weaknesses of the businesses competitors, as well as the strategies they employ to gain a competitive edge. This analysis helps the business pinpoints areas where it can enhance its competitive positions. So in simple, by applying these techniques, a business can gain thorough understanding of its external environment, identify risk and opportunities, and develop strategies to navigate and thrive in a dynamic business landscape. Any questions or comments if anyone is there? Okay, so next one is understanding Porter's 5 forces analysis. So what is the purpose of Porter's 5 forces? Porter's 5 forces model is an important tool for understanding the main competitive forces at work in an industry. This can help you to assess the attractiveness of an industry and pinpoint areas where you can adjust your strategy to improve profitability. So who create the 5 forces we discussed in our previous lecture as well? The tool was created by Harvard Business School Professor Michael Porter since its publication in 1979. So it has become one of the most popular and highly regarded business strategy tools. So 5 forces: threat, a new entrants, bargaining powers of suppliers, rivalry among existing competitors, threats to substitutions, bargaining power of buyers. So basically, the purpose of 5 forces model serves as an important tool for comprehending the primary competitive forces at play within the industry. So this model is instrumental in assessing the attractiveness of an industry, enabling businesses to pinpoint areas where they can adjust their strategies to enhance profitability. Obviously, the five forces model was conceived by Harvard Business School Professor Michael Portal. So next one is overall assessing a business external environment is critical for its success, as it allows the organizations to identify opportunities and threats and develop strategies to capitalize on the former while mitigating the later. So in the significance of assessing the external environment in the grand scheme of business success, evaluating a business external environment is pivotal. So this assessment allows the organizations to not only identify opportunities but also recognize potential threats. Armed with this knowledge, businesses can develop strategies that not only capitalize on the identified opportunities, but also work to mitigate the risk and challenges presented by these external factors. In a sense, assessing the external environment is a fundamental step in crafting a robust and adaptable business strategy that can navigate the ever-changing landscape of the business world. That's it for today. Here are some references. Plenary, if you want to read in detail, you can visit these websites. Also, you can find some books on your learning management systems. So I hope you understand, and thank you very much for joining me today. So if there is any question, any comments or any concerns, please let me know, or you can email me. You can drop me an email at yasser@ukversity.co.uk. And thank you very much, everyone. So see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for our next and last lecture for this series, which is we will discuss assignment tomorrow. So thank you very much and see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and bye for now. Thanks.